Wrong, wrong, wrong. They're getting it wrong, and you're listening to them. In this video, I've got a bunch of information that shows you why many folks on YouTube are absolutely wrong about what they're predicting is happening, in particular in the Las Vegas real estate market. I've got a lot for you, a lot of changes ahead. Folks, I'm excited to tell you this stuff, so stick around for this information. Hey, thanks for joining me, everybody. I am Rob Howe. I am all about houses and you, a Las Vegas realtor since 2009. If you're looking for somebody that you can count on and is bringing you the very best intentions for your decisions when it comes to Las Vegas real estate, well, I'm your guy. And listen, there's a lot of people out there that are BSing and guessing. All these YouTube people out there that are doomsayers are BSing and guessing, all right? They are not able to really see what's happening. They really are feeding people's emotional bias. They're getting tons more numbers than I've ever gotten as far as views and subscribers, which, by the way, please subscribe to my channel. And I would love to get comments from you about this information as well, because I want to know where I'm wrong. I want to know where you think I'm right and why you're watching me, okay, compared to other people. Like I said, they've got tons of stuff going on, but they're feeding people the information they want. And those YouTubers, many of them, that's how they get paid. They're not getting paid by doing real estate transactions in most cases. I would say the ones that have been more on point have been the local realtors. Some of them are wishy-washy. They're wishing that things will get better rather than actually judging what's happening. But here's the information that you have to know and why people are completely wrong, and they're getting it very, very wrong out there. All right, folks, you gotta be careful who you're listening to. Let me read this off for you. Inventory early February was 4 months of supply, and by early March, it was 2.7 months of supply in Las Vegas. This is a huge drop heading into a normally very busy spring season, okay? Of course, the busy side of things is usually on the buyer side. And yes, we have had lower buyer activity because of these interest rates. But the fact that inventory is going down, it means that the sellers are not desperate and they're not shoving their properties on the market. I've also got some other insights about what's happening inside the inventory that you need to know, which is there's a lot of overpriced inventory, okay? That inventory is not gonna move. They are wishy-washy sellers. Sellers, if you're thinking about selling, you gotta make sure that you're doing something that can actually get done. And there's a lot of properties that are either junk and overpriced or both. And that's also inventory that is really not viable inventory out there, in my opinion. So you've got 2.7 months of supply with a bunch of overpriced junk in there. This is a significant metric to watch when it comes to inventory, because if inventory stays low, prices will not be declining by much. Last month's median single-family residence price dropped by all of $5. Now, the Fed is appearing to be backing off on rate movements faster than originally anticipated. This is news you're going to hear, folks. That a lot of the stuff that's coming out right now when it comes to financial has to do with the banks and things that are going collapsing, and people are going, oh gosh, what's going to happen to real estate? Well, on the front end of that, the Fed is going to have to go and change their strategy. The interest rates are the reason why those banks have gone down, and other things, bad investment in those banks. They've done a bad job of running their businesses. So those rates, I'm looking for a 0.25% rate increase this week, maybe none at all. And I believe if they go 0.25, we could be seeing by June that they are actually lowering rates pretty drastically, maybe up to 1 percentage point drastically. All of this signals to me stability, and that we around the corner could have a much better buyer's market, basically where prices have gotten better and that interest rates have gotten better. If that happens, listen, we are out of the ditch, we stabilized, and we would now be on our way to more traditional movements when it comes to what the real estate market starts to do in Las Vegas. I'm really gonna only speak about Las Vegas, Nevada, because That's what I know really well. And that's also what I think is going to be very, very strong as we look ahead in comparison to other cities. I don't know. Some of the things that people say might be right in specific areas of the country, that those areas get hit harder. Vegas will not be one of those areas. Look at homeowners like tiny businesses, okay? They all want to do what's best for their bottom line. And with some rare exceptions, with people that might have to sell, that are basically more desperate, but by and large are not the most part of people that would be homeowners right now. Most will not put their property up for sale when they believe it's a bad time to sell. And that's why inventory is low. I want to point out this article, and Adam, I just pulled this up from one of the lenders that sent to me. Home equity has flattened. In other words, it's not really going up. But guess what? 94% of people who are homeowners in this country have equity. 94%, folks. That's a big deal when it comes to judging how much people are going to, get desperate or want, like, what's their situation? Well, if you have equity, first of all, yes, you can sell and you can make a profit. You're probably going to do that before you go to foreclosure, which, by the way, foreclosures, again, just not even on the map. Things can change, but right now, I'm not seeing any of this. Anything these people are saying that has to do with bigger drops and much worse things happening and anything like 2008 is all speculation. It's all BSing and guessing, folks. I just think they want your views. They don't really have your best interests at heart. Okay, so 94% of homeowners have equity. That is a huge deal. Now, again, some sellers are delusional, and that is hidden in our decreasing inventories. These properties are simply listed too high and will not sell, but look like legitimate inventory. Again, folks, I believe rates could be dropping as soon as June, and it could be drastically. We're going to keep an eye on this. What is the Fed going to do as we go forward? This is very, very important. There will be pent-up demand if they drop those interest rates. Oh, you guarantee it, folks. All right, one last thing for everyone. I just wanted to point this video out because I just think this is a lot of BS and guessing from Mr. Reventure Consulting again. You know, there was a time where I thought this guy really he did call some things right. Okay, he called that the housing market would go down in 2022 and leading into 2023. Now, he said some really drastic things too that didn't happen, but the fact that he called it was good. And I started listening to him, and it's, of course, he's got big numbers out there. So if you're looking for anything to do with the housing market, you're seeing what he's saying out there. But here's the thing. He called things based on those interest rates, which were easy to call. As soon as interest rates went higher, I was telling everybody, here's what's going to happen as well. But maybe I wasn't ringing the alarm bells in the way this guy was. Okay, this guy was saying, the sky is falling. Look, maybe one day he'll be right. But right now, it's all speculation, folks. He's speculating, and that's where I find it to be a lot of BS and guessing. You got to be careful of who you're listening to. Here's where he starts to talk about Vegas, and this is at the 9:31 point in this video. Top 10 cities where home prices will crash. Minus 40% in Nashville. That's what he says. I don't know anything about Nashville. But let's see what he says about Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas is a housing market that's dominated by investors and tourist demand, which are things that do not fare well in a recession, and we are already seeing that play out when we look at inventory.
Listen, folks, yes, those things generally don't fare well in a recession, but let me tell you two things about that. The investors are invested in rentals, okay? Those rentals are not going down in their prices. They just aren't. Now, they aren't going up anymore. It's getting more reasonable to rent a property. It's not going through sky high through the roof, but they're getting great return on their investment, especially if they bought pre-2020, which many of them did. And you're only talking about a 3-year time frame of purchasing for investors when those investors have been active all the way back since the big time ones have been active since 2010, if not earlier, where they were buying up loads of properties, and they've held on to those properties and made huge gains. Okay, I don't know what he's thinking there about those investors, but they're not getting pinched, at least not now and not anytime soon. Secondly, our tourism in Las Vegas is looking up, folks. Look it up. Look up as far as what's happening in Las Vegas. And here's why. Because Las Vegas is not always the place that it's the most expensive place to visit. It's actually the place that people go for a lighter on your wallet sort of vacation, okay? It's gotten more expensive over the years, but comparatively, it's still a place that's more affordable for people to come vacation. And Californians come here like crazy, okay? They come here to visit Utah, Arizona. Everybody comes to Vegas to visit, and it's a more affordable vacation. So those tourists, first of all, they've had record numbers in the last couple of years, and there is so much more going on in Vegas, so much more schedule, so much unbelievable stuff that I've been here all my life, folks. Never seen anything like this. Okay, so Vegas is powerful. Okay, you're gonna need a wave of serious problems to take it down. And if those serious problems arise, well, I would look at other cities to be in a lot more trouble than Las Vegas. Let's continue with what this guy has to say. What do you say?
When we look at inventory in Las Vegas, which has skyrocketed over the last year from 3,900 homes for sale all the way up to 8,500 homes for sale, 25% above the long run average.
Okay, and he's got that dead wrong, folks. So first of all, yes, it did skyrocket because once the interest rates went up, so, there were less buyers, less activity, and really through the very slow months of December, November, December, January, yes, inventory was going up. What he's got here, though, is January as a stopping point. He didn't even bother to go check out what's happening in February and March. Inventory has gone down, as I said at the very beginning of this video. That is a huge metric, huge indicator for everybody who wants to know what's happening in a real estate market, okay? Especially one that you're worried about being distressed. This is bonkers, okay? This is just straight up laziness. And I know he had to check out 10 cities, but come on, get it right, man. At least get your information that you're pulling up as right and up to date, because this information's out. It's easy to go look up and see what the inventory is and the median home price is, okay? It went down by over a month in a month. Okay, but that's massive. Okay, that's big. And you're missing a big part of the story if you're listening to anybody that talks like this.
Long run average for January. That added inventory is putting a lot of pressure on sellers in Vegas to cut the price. And boy, are we going to see price cuts continue over the next year or two?
Wrong.
The data I'm looking at has Vegas pegged as still 26% overvalued. The prices have already gone down by about 10%. I think they could go down by another 26%.
Oh my God.
This is the thing to understand about this housing crash in 2023.
Okay, folks, you want to listen to him? Give him a view. That's what he wants. All right, or you could just take my word for it here and don't bother giving him a view. I don't know what to say. It's just awful. And I think that we're really in this time of the great age of information. We're in the age of information. And the problem is we thought all this information would make us smarter. Well, I don't think that's the case. We're being overwhelmed by information, and it's really about your information and emotional bias. What do you connect with? Do you connect with what I'm saying? Do you connect with what this guy's saying? I don't know. But either way, what I'm trying to do is give you the best information. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will update more each week. I'm starting to get excited, folks. I'm starting to get to where I'm seeing what's happening next and really feeling it out, not just gut, but with the numbers that are happening, with what's happening actually in Las Vegas. So please subscribe to my channel, like, share, I don't care. Just tell me what's up. Tell me how wrong I am. Let's get into a little ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. If I got the time, I'll say hello and I'll tell you what I think, all right? Folks, have a great day. And remember, I'm Rob Howe, the Rockstar Realtor. That means I'm the Realtor and you are the Rockstar. And I'm all about houses and you. Have a great day, everybody.